myself where I'm not depending on or dependent upon the federal government to take care of me.
To this, the Small Business Administration suspending nearly 7,000 COVID-era loans in Minnesota, accusing borrowers of defrauding the government out of $400 million. SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler posting in part this: after years, the American people will finally begin to see the criminals who stole from law-abiding taxpayers.
So today, our agency took action to suspend 6,900 Minnesotan borrowers amid suspected fraudulent activity. In total, these borrowers were approved for about 7,900 PPP and EIDL loans worth approximately $400 million. Now, y'all can dream on getting that back. Some of them, after years, the American people will finally begin to see the criminals who stole from. I wonder, how did it determine that 7,900 PPP loan were fraudulent? Who knows? One thing is for sure right now, they are turning over every last freaking rock. Every last freaking rock that they hiding under.
Held accountable, and this is just the first state. President Trump saying there's been at least $18 billion stolen, vowing the United States will get this money back. The Oversight Committee announcing 2 upcoming hearings on the fraud, including one with Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and AG Keith Ellison in February. I want to bring in the woman herself, U.S. Small Business Administrator Kelly Loeffler. Kelly, good morning to you. And talk to us about these actions, the 2 different actions. First, going after the fraud with the PPP loans, also suspending funding from the SBA to the state of Minnesota.
Well, that's right. Good morning, Cheryl.
Okay, so if I guess that more or less affects any potential SBA loans, even if you're not Somalian. See, that's my dog playing with the bone. That's my dog playing with the bone. I'm telling you, that's my dog playing with the bone. See, when you live stream at home and you do it on a holiday weekend and you got all the kids and everybody wants to do what they want to do, you got to deal with what you can deal with, and I'm trying my best. So, listen, guys, if you hear me, this is the life we live. So, Oversight Committee. This affects every SBA loan that's pending right now in Minnesota.
We are suspending funding to the state of Minnesota. I wrote a letter to Governor Tim Walz and said last week that we would be withholding the state millions of dollars from the state because there are simply no guardrails on taxpayer dollars. But the bigger picture is here, as soon as we found out following Thanksgiving weekend that there was massive fraud in Minnesota, we immediately went to look at pandemic-era programs, which we know were rife with fraud. And so we went and investigated. It only took us a couple days to find about $3 million in frauds from the indicted individuals that were listed, about 80 individuals. So we dug further. We picked up about 13,000 loans that were flagged from fraud. And as you mentioned, about 7,000 individuals in Minnesota now know that they will not be able to ever get loans from the SBA or disaster recovery funds because they have defrauded the federal government and our taxpayers. We're holding them accountable, and we will be sending those files over to federal law enforcement because this isn't just action to stop them from getting SBA support, but also to make sure that there are consequences for them, that there are prosecutions, and there's accountability.
Well, also, too, the SBA, the internal watchdog, this is 2023, estimated, and goes to these COVID-era loans, that about $200 billion in potentially fraudulent loans in general had been handed.
Man, y'all were getting this money during COVID, and I knew it was y'all was getting this, but y'all was really getting this money. Oh my God. 7,900 with 6,900 Minnesota borrowers. Oh my gosh. Y'all were getting this bread.
Wow, 17% of total funds dispersed. Now, this is before, obviously, you took over the agency. But, I think we should remind people that for those loans, people were able to, these borrowers were able to self-certify that these loans were legitimate, self-certified, which seems ridiculous now looking back. How confident are you that we can somehow maybe claw back some of this funding?
Well, that's absolutely right. Out of $1.2 trillion that went out through SBA funds during COVID, now remember these.
Y'all ain't getting none of this money back. Y'all gonna take them jokers to jail. Y'all gonna get their cars and repo it. You're gonna take their houses and repo it. You're gonna take their bank accounts down. That money's in Somalia land, bro.
Oh no.
That money's overseas, man.
Oh no.
I'm just saying it. I don't see how it's gonna work. You'll get a little something, but I'm clearly convinced jokers then ate the money, pirated the money, sent and spent the money. Now, people was joking about Black Americans saying, bro, y'all Negroes out there y'all need to stop taking this PPP loan. I'm going to tell you right now, the Somalians out there and everyone.
Oh no.
Bro, y'all did. And it's pitiful. They want me to stop clowning and stop talking about it. But it's like, yeah, I'm never going to say that it's everyone. But damn, y'all took pirated to the next level.
Oh no.
Y'all just took it to the next level. Y'all getting government programs shut down. What you should be doing is not complaining on TikTok or Instagram or social about how the Trump administration is coming out after you, how this is a fascist government and blah, blah, blah. You got to go to the people that you know is doing this shit and tell them to stop. That's what you got to do.
COVID-era loans helped millions of small businesses keep millions of employees on their payroll. Most were legitimate. But the fact is we had organized crime operating around these, like we see with the Somali crime ring in Minnesota. And so
now it's organized crime. Now you are part of a Somali crime ring. Okay? You guys, MOBB, you mafia, mob.
have gone back through loans that the Biden administration tried to forgive that were known to be fraudulent. That's why we already had 13,000 that we knew had been marked as fraudulent. We're able to find quickly 8,000 of those and make sure that they cannot benefit from our services.
So 13,000 that they suspected. Out of those 13, they were quickly able to find 8,000 that they were able to lock in on. Bro, they ain't playing. I'm telling you, Trump is not playing. And you got to blame it on your leaders, because when you guys started coming after this man, his money, the business, shutting it down where he couldn't pay employees, making it where they had to take a lot of their stuff to Bitcoin. That's how they got involved in this crypto play, because Biden administration, Harris, all the people you crown as being your saviors came after him. Letitia, the one over in New York, Fani, y'all all ganged up on him. Now the people are suffering for your political antics. That's it. Because you wanted to prove that Trump is not worthy of the highest position in the land. And it's like, it's very hypocritical in some ways to actually say that he's not worthy of it and yourself not be. And clearly, we already see, and we've seen it, that a lot of the people that are pursued him, they wasn't even worthy of their positions they held. Doing their stuff in the booth in the back, Fani. Stuff booth in the back. Man, y'all just making it the gift that keeps giving. And I'm saying it, and I keep saying it. You just got, a lot of this is caused by the people that have been placed into power and into positions of authority. And this shit is just going to keep going, bro. It's just going to keep going. Whoa, it ain't stopping. No, it's not going to stop. They determined.